Hi. Listen, we need to get some clothes together. I'm going to New York, and I want you to help me separate them up. I want to... Olin? Olin?
Go, yeah. Safeway. You're right, Jola. You might go get Sangala. Oh, man. You sure can give a person an anxiety attack for pulling that kind of stuff.
Well, I'm sorry. Now, we have some things to do. I want you to help me put some clothes together. I'm going to New York.
What? You splitting?
No, Duke and I are going to be spending some more time in New York, and I want to leave part of my wardrobe there.
Oh, you and Duke? You're going to be an item again?
Yes.
For sure?
He moves back in tomorrow.
Oh, man, awesome, man. That just goes to show that my fortune cookie message was right.
Oh, yeah? What did it say?
When sun rises brightly, time to get the hell home.
Do you make up your own fortune cookies?
Only when I know for sure what it should say.
Oh, yeah? Well, anyway, Duke's coming back here tomorrow, and then we're going to be spending some more time in New York, especially in the next few weeks, so we have to get cracking. Come on.
Good. Oh, I'll get
It's
that.
okay, I'll get it. You pull together some clothes.
Okay.
Hello? Oh, hi, Fran. Yeah? Oh, yeah? And? You want to do it? You sure? It's gonna... Well, all right then. Okay, now listen, before you make a commitment, I want you to come over here tomorrow, and we'll talk about this thoroughly. Yeah, you got a pencil? All right, the address is...
Angel and I have some business to take care of in the office. Have a good flight, and I'll talk to you soon in New York.
I'll save you a bite of the Big Apple.
Thank you.
Butcher's aspirations toward wealth better get nipped in the bud. Somebody needs to have a nice little chat with that man. And I know just the person to do it. I was just trying to call you.
Oh. Hope you didn't get a busy signal.
No, I just wanted to call and say goodbye. And tell you that I understand why I may not be welcome here. But you feel free to call me anytime you're in New York.
I will. I'm really sorry about the way things turned out.
No problem, I understand. Don't look now, but Commissioner Scorpio's coming to see you, I'm sure. Have a nice flight.
Hello?
Hello. Aren't I lucky? I get to see you twice in one day. Painful conditions.
Well, the flood doesn't seem to have damaged the decor very badly.
Fortunately not. I'd hate to have to do this all over again. I've spent too much time here anyway. My gallery needs me, and I have some customers expecting me to be on the next shuttle, so, you'll excuse me.
Of course.
It was wonderful to see you again, Commissioner Scorpio. Miss Stansbury. Bye now.
Well, this is a pleasant surprise. I was hoping to see you again today, but I didn't think it would be this soon.
Well, I can dash outside and run around the block and then come back again if you like.
No way. Now that you've followed me home, I get to keep you.
Well, we don't have to rush into this. I mean, I can go somewhere and kill a bit of time. Depending, of course, on what you have in mind.
That sounds like a vaguely leading question.
Well, I make my living from leading questions.
I have one to ask you.
Go ahead.
Did you get any more information out of Scott Baldwin?
Well, not yet. Nothing of any real interest.
Do you remember, shortly after we met, you asked me about my association with him?
Yes.
I told you it had to do with some investments.
Right.
Well, that was the truth. As it turned out, Scott, was trying to involve Meditech with General Hospital. That deal fell through for one reason or another. It's not important. What is important is how Scott got me involved in his scheme.
Go on.
He's been holding something over my head for a long time. It has to do with another medical company called Mediserve in Florida. A few years back, I was just out of business school. And now that I look back, I was pretty wet behind the ears. Scott charmed me into taking a job. It was a really, really good job for a beginner. Except that when things started to go bad with Mediserve, Scott had me make some false entries into the books. Those entries held up in court after a deliberately set fire sent Mediserve into bankruptcy.
And he's been blackmailing you with this ever since?
Yes. I don't think I would be telling you this, but I really care about you, and I don't want you to think that I would lie to you.
Is Scott in the clear on this?
Yes, I'm quite sure he is, as far as Mediserve goes. I don't think he really got involved in any of that mess other than his duties as legal counsel. Maybe a few minor stock manipulations. It may be a different story with Meditech.
Any records to substantiate this?
No. When I left Florida, I was so ashamed and I was so frightened. I just dumped everything. I wanted to leave it behind me. I thought I had. Robert, the only thing that matters to me now is whether or not this will affect us. Will it?
Oh, excuse me.
All right, I checked out the woman with the dog. It's no setup. Let's talk. So were you surprised to hear from me?
No, not when you told me you were still in Washington.
What does that mean?
Well, it's a surefire tip that you've got information needed at higher levels.
Yeah, I've still got some information that makes me useful, yeah. And some of the agents are still contacting me. They've been so deep undercover that they don't know what's happened.
Tell me something, Kinley. What do you know about this fake interrogation the Bureau put Felicia and me through right after we broke into your office?
I had my own problems with the Bureau. I don't know what happened to you.
What do you know about the music box?
The music box was made by a CN Albel for Frisco.
What for?
Hey, look, we don't have time to talk about that. You and Felicia are in serious jeopardy here.
She has been in jeopardy ever since she laid eyes on LeBlanc.
There's something that you ought to know about someone.
Oh, come on, man. Don't stop now. Tell me, what is it? Kinley, let's not draw this thing out, huh? Come on, Kin. Jimbo, I'm sorry.
Well,
So what do we do now?
it's open at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll just come back. Now we can go find a place to spend the night.
Well, there must be something else we can do today.
Like what?
Well, we could try to find the explosion site where Frisco was last seen.
The only problem with that is that we're not exactly sure when or where the explosion occurred.
We must be able to get some information somehow.
Okay. We'll go to the library, look through some old newspapers, see if we can find a story written about the explosion. I'm sure somebody must have picked it up. Then once we have an idea of the time and the place, we'll go to the police. Okay?
Okay, that's good.
All right.
Just remember, old man, not a word about our visit to anybody. Good.
Sure is closed, but it'll be open tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
Yeah, and we'll be waiting.